Hi there, I'm Vicki Parpino from Aussie Stampers. Welcome back to my channel. I have some more sneak peeks from the Stampin' Up! 2018-2019 annual catalogue today. I have 3 more cards to show you from inside the catalogue that I have cased for you, so I hope you enjoy them. So here I am back with cards 5, 6 and 7 from the catalogue as the sneak peek from the Stampin' Up! 2018-2019 catalogue. And I'm going to start these now. They're really simple, they're quick and easy. They're great for a beginner, but I like the fact that it's just easy to get them done. I've got everything lined up here, and the colours I'm using are Mint Macaron and Blackberry Bliss. And I have some thick twine, and you just need an orange and a brown colour there. Whatever you tend to have in your stock is fine, or in your stash is fine. And the stamp set is Waterfront. So there's a close-up of the stamp set. Lots of beautiful sayings on this, and I've made some really nice projects with this in my class, and everybody was really thrilled at how they could make a card that looked like a really professional watercolour. So I'm going to start with my favourite of the cards first, and I'm referencing the catalogue which is right here to my right. I can't show it to you because I can't show you any of the images of the catalogue, but I can show you things made from the catalogue. So that's pretty good. I have 3 note cards and envelopes in Whisper White, and these are a nice size to stamp on. There's not too much space to fill. I have a stamping mat because these stamps are photopolymer, and we'll start with our first one. My stamping mat is cut in half, by the way. I cut them in half for all my classes. That means everybody can have one, and it doesn't take up so much room on the table for them. Okay, starting off with the first one, just make sure it's going to fold top fold. And I'm going to bring in some of the trees. So this image here, and I'm starting off with my Mint Macaron, and this is going to be a 3-step stamping. And I'm going to stamp this above the halfway mark in the card. So it's going to be up in the top section. So here's my first tree. Press and hold it down firmly so that you get plenty of ink on those first trees. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to stamp lightly without holding down, and stamp lightly without holding down, so you get that lighter image coming back. And you can also try the stamping off technique too, which is like this. So I'm going to go across in a line, hold that one down firmly, and then stamp off. You get a really light image here. Very light. I can see it. It might be harder for you to see. And the next one, same again, is just the touching it to the paper and lifting off straight away rather than pressing and holding. So with the photopolymer, one of the great things about these is you can watch the ink being picked up and absorbed into the paper as you stamp. So that one's really nice and heavy. And if I ink it up again and just do a light touch, a light tap, you'll see how I get that line of really light trees in the background. It's a really well inked stamp, but I'm just touching it to the paper and lifting it off again. Now I just want a few really solid trees in the front, so I'm going to go back over these, give them another coat, so to speak, a second coat. And you can line them up easily because you can look straight through the stamp. And the middle one's a second coat again. Give it a good press. Oh, and I love this. That's given me a really good impression there. And I'm just going to, there's a bit of a gap in here, so I'm going to give a light tap to some trees in there. How good is that? Can you see that effect? It's like trees with trees in the distance. So this is one of the really trending sort of styles that's around at the moment. Really like it. Now I could go all the way to the edge, and I'm thinking that I might do that because I like the idea of the images going all the way across the card, not just being to one side. So I'll add a few more, just protect my mat there. I'm going to add another tree right on the edge here on both sides. Just a single tree. Oh, I like that very much. And then same again on this side. I'll just turn that around and use that as my scrap. And this time it'll be this end tree here. for this last tree. Oh, great. Yeah, so that's really filled it in. I do like that. Absolutely gorgeous. Loving, loving, loving it. Okay, now I want to put a sentiment on this. So I'm going to grab the stamp that says, "Friends make the good times better." And I'm going to stamp this in Blackberry Bliss, just on the edge here. And I'm going to press and hold so that the ink has a chance to absorb right in. So it'll give a nice clean image. Oh, that's gorgeous. Looks really, really lovely. Friends make the good times better. So there's the first card, and I'm going to add some twine to them at the end. So there's the first one. I'll just pop that over there to dry. Bring in the second card. And this one I'm going to do in portrait. So I'm going to turn it up this way. And with this one, I'm going to use this image here, which is the single stripe. And I'm going to use a similar technique, and this time I'm just going to stripe all the way down my card, and I'm going to make sure that it opens the way I want it to open, so I don't do it back to front. And I'm just going to ink up with mint macaron again, and I'm going to leave a little bit at the top there for the first one. And then I'm going to use the same technique as just tapping the stamp without holding it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate it, ink it up, and just tap without holding it. Just tap it, almost kiss it to the paper and lift it up again. So again, I'm going to do the same direction this way with this one. Just kiss it and lift it up again. And then the next one, I'm going to press and hold and allow all the ink to absorb into the paper. And then that kissing technique where you're just kissing it to the paper. I've rotated it each time and lift it up again. So you can see you're getting a real gradation of colour. You're getting a more solid image and then a lighter image. So this one holding down firmly, press and hold. And this one just tap. This one press and hold. And the last one, rotate and just tap. Oh, nice. Now I'm going to just tap that top one a little bit because I've sort of got like a line. I actually want it to look a little bit more filled in, so I'm going to tap more on the bottom section. Ah, there we go. I've sorted that out. That looks great. I really like that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put along one of these lighter lines, I'm going to put the word "thanks friend." So I put two words together. I've put the thanks and the friend together on this stamp. And again, going back to the Blackberry Bliss, giving it a good ink up. And I'm going to put it on this lighter one up here towards the top. And press and hold and let the ink absorb into the paper. Absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so there's our second one finished, but I am going to add some twine to that to finish it off. So there's our second one done. And now our third. These are really simple, aren't they? You get a whole lot of these done very quickly. And they're great for a class. Okay, going back to landscape again. This time I'm going to take this image here, which is just a circle image, and the same technique again. So it's going to be press and hold, and then it's going to be just kissing it or just tapping it to the paper. Right, so press and hold for a nice solid image, and then kiss the paper for a light image. And press and hold, and then kiss, and just do that over and over. And I'm leaving a bit of space between them. I want it to be like a background. Oh, that's come out really nicely. Background image. You can try stamping off too, so you get almost a little third image. It's very light. I've struck an inkier part of my pad because this is a colour that retired, and I use this a lot in my classes, but I did keep this stamp CAD, so I was really lucky because it's had a resurgence. It's coming back in the 2018-2019 catalogue, so that's really good. And I'll do some of that kissing technique where it's just gently touching without holding and not allowing the ink to absorb too much into the paper, and overlap some. Oh, this looks great. I'm having fun with this. Beautiful. Okay, I don't want to go any further or it's going to be too many. Maybe one tiny one down there. Beautiful. Okay, and on this one, I'm going to bring in the sentiment that says, love never gives up. That's a really nice sentiment, isn't it? So that's this one here, love never gives up. And again, in the Blackberry Bliss. And I'm going to put that about here. Give it a good press, let the ink absorb. So you're going to get a nice crisp image and you can read the words really easily. Oh, that is so nice. That's so satisfying. Now, the last thing I want to put on this one, I'm going to take this little image here, which is the speckles. I'm going to use the Blackberry Bliss on that. So I might do it without holding it quite so long. Oh, I like that. And now the next one I'm just going to kiss so that a little bit of it comes right down to the edge, but just kissed, just touched. So I'll protect my mat under here. Okay, and a little tap. Oh, I love it. And then stamp it on here and then do that second generation or two-step stamp so that it's really light, just moving away to the top. Gorgeous. A little bit more if I can, just down there. Oh, love it. Okay, so there's the second one. It's really pretty. And I'm going to finish this off with some twine as well. So for a line of trees, I'm going to bring in this soft pink and I'm going to tie a ribbon or a twine halfway around the middle section here. And I'm going to give it a double knot so it stays in place. And I'm going to bring in my glue dots and my paper piercer, and I'm going to capture that knot with a glue dot so that it won't slide around and slide up and down the card. And I'm going to cut the ties quite long. So I've cut the tails nice and long on that one. And that will hold it firmly in place so it won't slide around. So that's really, really pretty. Friends make the good times better. Really nice. Now for the next one. Same colour thread, or the same colour. This time I'm going to wind it around the spine of the card. And again, a double knot up towards the top so that it won't slide around. Nice and tight. And this one's going to have bigger loops and longer ties on it. And in fact, I'm going to keep this tie longer and the top one shorter. Grab my glue dot and my piercing tool, paper piercer, and just pop that exactly under the knot so it will stay in place. And there's the second card done. Thanks, friend. Okay, the next one is Love Never Gives Up. And this is the brown thick baker's twine I'm going to use on this one. And tie it to the top. And take the bow slightly over to this side. I've got nice big loops and shorter tails on this one. And there's the final card done. Love Never Gives Up. Very, very nice. Loving that. So there's the 3 cards done. cased from the catalogue. So I hope you enjoyed that project today. Come back for the next sneak peeks from the annual catalogue, and I'll have some more cards from inside the catalogue that I'll be showing you that I'm casing from the catalogue. I'm having fun doing this, and I hope you can join me again next time. It's a whole week of sneak peeks. Bye for now.